Hi everybody, this is Mr. Woger coming to you from my basement, giving you a little bit of, wanted to go through, I was organizing some of my rocks, minerals, and fossils, and just thought maybe I'd share a couple with you, and this would be a first video of the series. Today I thought we'd start with a mineral called Galena. It's a Wisconsin state mineral. Good way to remember that is Galena. It's a girl, but it's not really a girl. And what I wanted to show you how cool it is. Now, right here, I have some examples of it, and it's nice and shiny, and it's metallic looking. And I'm going to shine my flashlight in there to show you how nice it reflects. And they come in these nice little cubes too. There's a big sample of it right here. And I got a whole bunch of them. And so a little bit about it, and if you have any questions, you could either email me, or if you have some suggestions for other rocks and minerals we could put on here, I'd be more than happy to do that. And as I go on, I'm just going to give you a little bit of history about this important mineral. Now, it is Wisconsin state mineral. So, and Galena is Latin for lead sulfide. So if you look at this, it has lead in it, which is the Pb in Latin, and a chemical symbol. And then you have S for sulfur. So it has two different things in there. And when they burn it, they can get rid of that sulfur smell. And if you've ever been to Yellowstone Park, you know that stinky, rotten egg smelling sulfur. And then they're left with the lead. And you can see this is its chemical composition: Pb for the lead, S for the sulfur. And it's in a cubic system, which means that it forms nice little cubes. And at the end, I'm going to try in my basement here to smash one of them and show you how it keeps smashing up into little cubes too. So promise a little thing at the end here. Another thing is it has a nice streak color to it of like a lead. It's like a kind of a dark grayish lead color. So what we do here is we take our streak plate and we just kind of rub it across here, and that kind of gives it a nice identifying color that we can look at. And you can see it almost looks like a dark gray color. Now, this is not the lead that would be used in your pencils. Pencil lead is graphite, a totally different mineral. It is not lead. This is lead, a lead ore. Okay, it's very soft too. It has like a hardness of 2.5, and so that's a good way to look at it. And it is very common when people say, "Oh, it's lead in my pencil," but that is not true. It's graphite. All right. So the next one, if we go back in time, it's been used for a lot of ways. Now, one of the oldest ways it was with coal. The ancient Egyptians, women and men, would put it around the eyes. As you can see, here she is doing it. They'd grind it up and kind of put with ash and different things into it, mix it, and they'd put it around their eyes. And this was to stop or reduce the glare of the sun, and to repel flies at that time, which a lot of people got sick from. A lot of diseases from flies. The flies didn't like the sulfur in it, and the lead, so they kind of went into putting that around their eyes, which I don't think was a really good thing with the lead part. But that also, the indigenous people, the Native Americans, used it. They would rub it all over their body like body paint, so because it's so soft, it would be easily powdered, and they could mix it with like animal fat and rub it all over their body, and kind of, especially during wartime. So, and you can see a lot of times they'd put it right in shells like this and rub it onto their body. Sometimes they even had the red one, which was hematite. Now, it's super important that we know that we're called the Badgers because of this mineral. Now, Galena miners were pretty rough characters, and they would just mine right in the side of the hill for Galena. Okay, and they underneath the ground mine pretty tough. Sometimes they even made their homes right into there, And we thought we were nicknamed the Badgers because these guys were tough and they look like badgers digging in the side of the hill. So if somebody says, hey, how did you get the name of the Wisconsin Badgers? That is because we were tough and we dug into the side of hills like a badger did. So that's pretty cool history fact. It is also on our state flag. So if you look at here, right down there is some ingots made out of galena, which was then put into lead ingots. We also have the miner shovel and pick and a miner represented, and there's the badger again. And you can see that there's 13 lead ingots representing the mineral's wealth, because that really was like a gold rush for us. It was called a lead rush for Wisconsin. And it also represents the the original colonies of the United States. So also during the Civil War, Galena was used to create bullets. What they would do is, this is called a shot tower, and there's Tower Hill State Park, and it's in the southwestern part of Wisconsin. And what they do is they drop the molten, they'd make it like liquid, they'd put it over fire, and then they'd drop it, and in the air it would spin. And here's a good example right here. This would spin down, and there was some water down there, and it'd cool into these nice round balls that they could put into their guns to shoot during the Civil War. Later on, they figured out they could also put that, just once it's melted, they would put it right into that and form bullets like this. Let's see if I can put it in front. And they had like a little mold they could put it instead of having to drop it from this really big tower. Today, it's used a lot in making batteries, especially bigger batteries. I wanted to show you then one cool thing, and it is a metallic, not metallic like that other one said. And what we can do is we can smash it into little tiny pieces. So here goes my attempt to that. Okay, so don't try this at home without protection and your parents' permission if you have one of these little pieces. Now if I take this, ooh, there we go. You can see all those little pieces are tiny little cubes. Even the smallest one there is a cube. So it definitely forms a cube, and it's super shiny like glitter. So, all right, so if you have any questions on Galena, you can post them below or just email them to me, and I will be digging through my rocks and kind of put out some samples here, give you some history about it and about different minerals. Okay, thanks for watching.